Guys, today I have something big I need to share with you. Yes, the Bitcoin price is going down. We're going to talk about the Bitcoin charts as well, but there's something happening in the background right now that is going to lead into explosive growth for Bitcoin in the future. Guys, very important stuff to talk about today. Make sure to stick around from the beginning until the end of this video. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So guys, actually before we get into the Bitcoin charts right now, I will say that right now we are looking for a top tier analyst to expand our team. So if you are on Twitter all the time looking at charts, trying to analyze the market, make sure to apply right now. You can go full-time crypto. We will try to find someone as soon as possible, so do not wait. You have the link at the top of the description right here. Just click on this link, apply if you want to go full-time crypto and work as an analyst and chartist for the Satoshi Stacker organization. So with that said, guys, now let's talk about the charts. So what you can see for Bitcoin is that we went up, we hit the resistance level at 68,500, didn't manage to break through it, and right now we are having a pullback. What you can see also for traditional markets is that on the 4-hourly time frame, you're not seeing the exact same pullback here for the traditional markets. Instead, for these, you can see that on the 4-hourly time frame, we are creating a little bit of a trend like this, right? So if we can manage to break through it, we could have a little bit of a pop towards the upside for traditional markets. So it is not necessarily the traditional markets pulling us down here. Instead, what you're seeing is that we know that we had a pullback to $65,000, which was also right about the red line right here. So here we knew that this would be a massive support level. Why? Because look at the resistance level on the daily time frame previously. This entire year, essentially, we've been rejected off of this overall area. So when we came down, the bulls stepped in and we did have a push towards the upside. So now what we want to see, guys, is that continuation towards the upside. At the very least, we do not want to print a lower low than this one. We want this low to hold at $66,000. And if this can hold, I'm still thinking that we are at some point going to form another parabolic phase towards the upside. And I will show you also on the daily time frame, because I have something very interesting happening on the daily time frame. But what I'm talking about right now is actually on the 4-hourly time frame, where you had this parabolic phase right here, and you had a previous parabolic phase as well right here. So now we can see the pattern here. Parabolic phase, breakdown, a little bit of a breather, new parabolic phase, breakdown, a little bit of a breather, and then the third parabolic phase, I think, is going to happen as well. So this is very interesting to see how it is going to play out, in fact. So daily time frame, you can see that we do have currently we do not have a close above 68,500 either. So this is very important to keep track of. You know, the moving averages are all right below the cluster here as well. In fact, let me show you the moving averages real quick before we move on. So the moving averages, you can see it right here. So this entire area is going to be such a big level of support, just like it was a big level of resistance all throughout the year here. So very important to keep track of all of this, guys, and I will make sure to keep you updated as always. Just gonna remove those dots. So let me now show you this on the daily time frame, and this was originally posted by Trading Shot. And what you can see here is that we do have a nice little bit of a pump here. Like I said, parabolic phase also on the daily time frame here, parabolic phase, pullback. And what I want to show you is that we are having a parabolic phase, similar parabolic phase towards the upside on the daily time frame. But let's look at the similarities. So from the bottom, we go up, we have a little bit of a pullback, one red candle, boom, pullback, and then continuation towards the upside. What did we see right here? From the bottom, we have a pump, big pump, we have a red candle, a little bit of a pullback, and then continuation of the parabolic phase. So this part, this is looking similar to this, because you can see we have that little bit of a red candle here, we have that little bit of a red candle right here as well, and then you have we go up and you have a bigger correction. This is the bigger correction, This is the bigger correction. And then we had another massive pump towards the upside, which would suggest, if this plays out the same, that we could go up to $74,000 in within this overall parabolic phase on the daily time frame. So if you just zoom out, you can see that Bitcoin is still looking pretty bullish, and many of the structures that we have broken through, it is going to prove to be very, very important. These structures like this one right here, very, very important. We broke through it. So things are looking good for Bitcoin, guys. I will continue to say that. And if you look at who has been actually accumulating right now, you can see that the amount of Bitcoin holders with more than 100 Bitcoin has grown by 297 wallets. So where has these whales been accumulating Bitcoin from? Well, at the same time frame, you can see that wallets with under 100 Bitcoin has shrunk by 20,600 wallets. So there's obviously more wallets holding less Bitcoin, but it has been consolidated into these people that have been buying. So the whales have been buying up Bitcoin. So very importantly, the whales are accumulating more and more Bitcoin here. So moving on, we saw something huge yesterday because in an SEC filing, we saw that Microsoft actually disclosed that they had an assessment of investing in Bitcoin. That was a proposed item to vote on. Now, the suggestion, also in the same report, is that they are going to vote against buying Bitcoin. So essentially, this means that they're going to do the MicroStrategy playbook of adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet. So they also go into more details here. In additional materials filed today, Microsoft's board explains why it recommends a vote against this proposal, because it is unnecessary, since Microsoft's management already carefully considers this topic. So in other words, they had a suggestion to accumulate Bitcoin on Microsoft's balance sheet. However, they will vote against it. So why would they want to do this in the beginning? Well, this has proven to be such a big thing for MicroStrategy. If you didn't know, guys, since 2020, MicroStrategy is the best performing stock in the S&P 500. We hear all about Nvidia. We hear about Amazon, Apple, how good Netflix, how good the stock has been doing. But MicroStrategy stock has been destroying all of these other stocks. So what this means is that many more companies are looking at the same strategy of also adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet. So this is why it's important, because even if Microsoft does not add Bitcoin to their balance sheet, the fact that they are even considering it and talking about it in the boardrooms means that there are other companies also doing the same. Nvidia, Dell, we know that the CEO of Dell is a massive Bitcoin bull, so it's only a matter of time probably until Dell adds it to the balance sheet as well, and all these other companies also. So it would actually be very important to see this progress here, because Bitcoin will be a hedge against inflation. And for all of the companies that does not add Bitcoin to their balance sheet, when the inflation starts to roar again, at some point it's going to happen, and when the purchasing power goes down, when companies are stuck with fiat, they will see that MicroStrategy has been doing tremendously well, even better than what they've been doing here recently for the last few years. And then the stockholders are going, or the shareholders will start to ask questions. Why didn't you also add Bitcoin to the balance sheet? Which will create FOMO from these companies to then add it because they just have to. So this is important developments happening right now. Also yesterday, you know that there was a big thing that was supposed to happen. Dennis Porter said that the biggest news of the year is happening today. Now the news has come out, and it is actually that Pennsylvania House has passed the Bitcoin rights bill that protects residents' rights to self-custody digital assets, meaning essentially that they cannot prohibit you to have your own Bitcoin in your own wallet. They cannot do that. Also, they cannot add additional fees for Bitcoin transactions. So just because someone doesn't like Bitcoin, they cannot add more fees if you want to use Bitcoin. So this was not as big as the speculation. The speculation was that the US government would add Bitcoin to their balance sheet, and they would create like a strategic reserve for the United States. So it wasn't as exciting as that, but still, this is huge. So that is good to see. What happened with the Bitcoin price? Well, we all know that Bitcoin saw a little bit of a pullback recently. So yeah, but overall, things are looking really, really well fundamentally for Bitcoin right now. And also for Donald Trump, 64% against 36 for him to win the election. It's happening in 10 days, guys. So make sure to stick around for the celebration here in 10 days. So that will be cool to see. And also, guys, what I will say is for my trading strategies, there's a big update that's going to come for my trading strategies in the next few days. So be on the lookout for that. But in the meantime, make sure to, take the opportunity here, guys. Mass the opportunity to go full-time crypto and, become part of my team. Go to the top of the description here. You have the form right here taking you to the application. So make sure to take advantage of that as soon as possible. And with that said, guys, that's what I got for you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.